Hello, YouTube. How you doing? I hope you're doing very well. Hello, come on in, YouTube. How you doing this evening? Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, well. Well, as you know, I went live earlier, and I promised you guys I was going to come back live this evening, and I'm being a person of my word. I'm back. Yes, Queen Lillie is back. Yes, your host, Queen Lillie, is back. Come on in, beautiful people. Come on in. We got a lot to talk about. And as you come in, please hit that like button for me. Please hit the like button. Yes, I am talking loud because my air conditioner is on. And it can get, rather loud sometimes. Hello, King LaSwan. Hello, sweet lady. Let's eat. Hello, 93S94. 93 season 94. Hello. Nicole. Hello, Queen Nicole. Hello, LaSwan. Hit that like button, everybody, as you coming in. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We are talking about Donald, but our main subject, because we will not be distracted. What is our main subject? The Epstein files. We're going to focus on that this evening. Early part of the day, this afternoon, I cover everything else that had to do with the latest news of today. But our focus this evening is to cover the Epstein files. We will not be distracted by Donald Trump's shenanigans up there talking about the windmills and all kind of nonsense. We're not going to be distracted about none of that. He went to the UN and made us look bad, y'all. He embarrassed us again because he's a nincompoop. He's an old fort. That's who Donald Trump is. He's someone that should be in a nursing home. And the MAGA Republican Party knows it. Melania Trump knows that Donald Trump should be in a nursing home. But what does these rich, mediocre white people do? They keep him in there because they need him to be the front man, because they know MAGA loves him and MAGA would not receive them. But honey, jdvance sitting there like, God, when is my time, Lord? He got to go. It's my turn to be president. I got to get rid of him some kind of way. But the problem is that MAGA don't like you, jdvance. And the MAGA Republican Party knows that. So they can't kick him out the bucket just yet. They can't kick Donnie Boy out the bucket just yet. He gonna kick the bucket soon, and I'm praying every day, Lord, take this man. Take him, Lord Jesus, because he's a heathen on this earth. He's doing so much damage on this earth. He's doing like his father, because Donald Trump is the Antichrist. He's KILL, destroy, whatever you want to say. That is Donald Trump. He's talking about taking away the tile and all this and that. He don't like black people. Some of the people alligator Alcatraz have disappeared and nobody know where they are. What I'm gonna tell you where they are, they doing them the way they did black people. They probably not alive. Think about it. In my opinion, those missing people that was at Alcatraz that are no longer can be found in the system. Think about it, y'all. Donald Trump is an evil man. His entire cabinet, a bunch of heathens, and they are not of God. They are of Donald Trump, their savior. Donald Trump doesn't have a pure heart. He would not see heaven. He stood at the UN today and told the other countries they're going to HELL, where he's going. Actually, Donald Trump is already there. Just his body is still here, y'all. The capsule's still here, but the inside is gone, honey. The inside, that brain been gone. He's insane in the brain. Dementia or something just may have him, in my opinion. But we're not here for that today. We're going to talk about Epstein. Then we may delve into a little bit of other things, but our focus is Epstein, because Donald Trump think he's going to distract us from talking about the Epstein files and all his silliness, from calling black women, black reporters out of their name, from talking about Jimmy Kimmel. You're not going to distract us, Donald Trump. I'm going to keep my foot on that bussy neck of yours, because I don't like you. I don't like a man don't like my people. I don't like a man that don't like brown people, honey. And what the white people on my chat don't understand, Donald Trump don't like you neither. You ain't rich. You probably as poor as I am and worse. But I bet you ain't on no food stamps and welfare like y'all put in my chat, calling me welfare queen earlier. Oh, I saw that, MAGA. You always talking about yourself. You just like Donald Trump. Deflect. Deflect and project, baby. I don't get welfare and food stamps. Do you see that on my wall, you twisted freaks? You pedos. Get a brain. You're not smart. And because you must not smart, you will never receive the awards I receive. Where's your award from a president? You tell me. Where's the award from your city? Where is it? You ain't got it, and I do. You don't even have a brain, you non-educated MAGA fools. When you come in here correct. Don't come in here and let me know you low IQ like Donald Trump. You stop that. Stop shaming yourself. I know you a misfit, but you don't have to advertise it in my chat, baby. We shall resume. Those of you just coming in, I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. Who are we talking about? Donald Trump. Donald Trump trying to get us to stop talking about the Epstein files, but we will not be distracted by Donald Trump misfit personality, his low IQ personality, his bad genes and bad body build. His entire cabinet look horrible now. Some of them came in there, they was nice looking. From Pam Bundy was a nice looking woman. Look at her. Pam, you're not attractive anymore. You let Donald Trump bring you down. He has you worried, and we see the worry all in your skin, girl. Because you know you don't age well. You age like old milk. You right now looking like spoiled milk. You look like you Donald Trump's relative, and Donald Trump's entire family looks deformed. They look inbreed. Just like them Rothschilds look inbreed, and that's what Donald Trump, all his children. The daughter went and got a nose done. Now she's pretty. Only reason why she ain't looking ugly, looking like Donald Trump, because she don't be around her daddy that much, and I don't blame her. I understand why she don't be around her daddy. Her daddy's a bad seed, bad genes, low IQ. Now, she's not low IQ, and that husband of hers not low IQ, no. But those boys of Donald Trump are low IQ. Just like the daddy, they look inbreed. Whew. Well, we're going to be talking about the Epstein files. Also, I have memberships. I have two different types of memberships. I have my Ruby's membership for $4.99, and I have my Diamonds membership for $9.99. And in my membership, you will receive a free digital magazine, my fall issue 2025. So get your membership, and you will receive the free digital magazine. Every time it come out seasonal, I make sure that my people, my members, get the free digital copy. You get things and things that I don't even discuss on this channel. You get things first. So you would like those perks. Be sure to get your membership. Also, some more housekeeping. If you like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. And in my description is my Venmo. Yes, my Venmo. If you have Venmo, send me some love. Send me a donation. Show me that you like what I'm talking about. You are appreciating me, because I'm up here working hard, honey. I work my own business. I'm working different projects. Then I come out here and give y'all love, because I give you what you want. I give you what you need. Satisfaction guarantee. It comes from me. And you ain't getting that nowhere else. Who gonna give y'all the love I'm giving you? Nobody. Nobody can do it like me. So we're going to get started up in here, y'all. Yes, we are. We got a lot to cover. A lot to cover. Let me tell you something. I can't be a discount Cardi B, because I'm 52 years old, and Cardi B is my daughter's age. So therefore, Cardi B went and got her face like mine, because this is my face and never had any word. So if you want to come over here and think you're going to hurt me, you hurt your mom and your daddy, because when I take you up out here with my foot up your ass, then they going to miss you. But I don't want to hurt you, so I beat you down with my words, because you ain't nothing but a turd like your savior, Donald Trump. The old fart. Don't come up in here trying to judge a black woman when we are the most educated in this country. And when you get the education that a black woman has, and you come in and talk your smack. But until then, do your research so you can learn about who the most educated in America. Because it sure ain't you, you mediocre white man. You just like Donald Trump, non-educated fool. You don't want none of this, because I'm going to make you cry. Now go lay in the bed with your wife with no behind and think about grabbing mine. Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. I'm going to throw shade if you don't want me to throw shade on you. I'm going to throw shade if you misbehave, then throw you out the door and spit on your face. Do you want that? No, I'm going to let my words spit on you. So sit in my chat and behave so you don't get broken down to just a little or nothing. I don't like belittling people. But if you're going to come in my chat think you're going to belittle me, I'm going to break you down, boy. You hear me, boy? Now sit in my chat and behave. Thank you, King DJ David. Shall I proceed, or y'all want me to break him down some more? See, I don't like being nasty because I can't get to heaven. Now I got to go repent and pray hard to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because Donald Trump is not my Savior. You big dummies talking about Donald Trump is the second coming of Christ. That's how I know you're dumb. You're non-educated. You over there reading that Bible that Donald Trump you bought from Dunny. That's the wrong thing. That Bible don't mean you no good, because Dunny don't mean you no good, you old fools. Try drinking water so you won't age so bad. But it's just in your genes. You wrinkle so badly. And look at me, 52, no Botox, baby, and no fillers, no surgery whatsoever. And I'm beautiful. Until you can look like me at 52, you sit your whack ass in that chat and learn something. So you can stop being played by Donald Trump. But shall I forget, you just may be a pedo too. Huh. How can I expect anything different from a loser in my chat? You just like Dunny. You're not attractive. You're not smart. So I'm not going to give you the speech they gave in the movie when she was giving that pie out. The hell, you is kind, you is beautiful. No, you're not. Dunny, you're not kind, you're not beautiful. And all your MAGA people look like a piece of crap. They're ugly just like you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But first, we're going to listen to what Anonymous has to say about the Grindr app, because I know y'all heard while they was at Charlie's memorial. We're going to get to Epstein. We're going to forget this. I got so much about Epstein. But while they was at Charlie's memorial, you know, the MAGA men, y'all are bisexual, gay. Just say you gay. And you married a woman to hide your true lifestyle, but y'all want to tell people to be Christians and all this and all that. You ain't living the lifestyle, baby. You out there on the Grindr out wanting to get some black eggplant. Ooh, you want that. Oh, I know you want it, because I know it make me feel good. Tell me something good. Oh, that black eggplant feel good. And y'all on Grindr looking for it. Looking for them black men to make you happy, because you know it's going to be real big and delicious and beautiful. When I tell you the black man eggplant in his pants is beautiful. Ooh, hallelujah. I got to praise God on that, because the black people is the first person on this earth. So we're going to go ahead and look and, just listen to what Anonymous has to say, because Grindr crash exposed the hypocrisy of the MAGA Republican Party again. Yes, y'all are freaks, MAGA. You got a wife, but you like putting your mouth on something that's big, don't you? Oh, God.
My voice is not tied to one person. It belongs to everyone who refuses to look. Tonight I bring you a story that reveals rot inside the Republican Party. A story so absurd that reality itself wrote the punchline. A gay app Grindr. The very app these so-called moral crusaders condemn just exposed the entire Republican Party
on the
for the
regular.
liars and hypocrites they are.
Fair use,
Grindr,
great for educational purpose, great for research,
dating app.
great for entertainment. We're doing research, everybody.
Nothing unusual about that, except yesterday it crashed, and the epicenter of this outage wasn't just anywhere. It was at the memorial service for Charlie Kirk. Yes, Charlie Kirk. The founder of Turning
Those
Point
Republican
USA,
white men want to bend over and get the mud digged out of them.
Nationalism.
You just
with
nasty.
Politics. A man who claimed that America
it's been said that Charlie was the same way.
Liberalism, diversity, and LGBTQ rights. His death had already been transformed into a political weapon, and his memorial was designed as theater, a rally disguised as mourning. On stage stood Donald Trump, jdvance, Stephen Miller, and a handful of others, all preaching that this was a war between good and evil. They invoked God. They wrapped themselves in the Bible. They declared themselves defenders of faith. The entire production dripped with arrogance and authoritarian hunger. And in the middle of it, Grindr went down. The outage spread across Arizona right as the memorial was happening. Down Detector lit up with thousands of reports. A gay app failed during a Republican memorial in the exact space where leaders were condemning homosexuality, family breakdown, and what they call the evils of the left. You can't script irony this sharp. A memorial full of men who rail against gay rights surrounded by people who secretly log into the very app they demonize, preaching morality in public while exposing their
Stephen
true
Miller,
desires in private.
Magic
Hypocrisy
Mike
revealed not by
Johnson,
a whistleblower, not by the press, but by
Johnny
the crash of an
Boy.
app.
They want
The
to put their mouth
hypocrisy
on some
didn't
black
end there.
eggplant,
On that stage,
in my
Stephen Miller
opinion.
delivered one of the most disturbing speeches in modern politics. He shouted to the crowd, "Those who oppose us
You
are
can
nothing.
tell, he'll tell one
They
up. Look at him
build
talking to that
nothing.
mic.
They
He would
create
tear an
nothing.
eggplant
They
up.
are envy, hatred,
Look at his mouth.
wickedness."
You can tell he's good
And to
at
those
bobbing
trying
and
to
weaving
incite
with an
violence
eggplant.
against us, those trying to foment hatred against us, what do you have?
Everything that's in projecting.
You are
He's lying.
nothing.
They do it
You
to
are
us.
wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are
He's talking
hatred.
about himself.
You are nothing. You
He's
can
talking
build
about the
nothing.
MAGA
You can
Republican
produce
Party.
nothing. You can create nothing.
The black
face
people
was
created
twisted with
everything he's
rage,
talking
his
about.
words
And y'all
dripping
stole it and
venom.
patented it.
It was pure fascist rhetoric, and the crowd cheered. Yet Miller himself has built nothing. The Trump administration built nothing. They dismantled, they destroyed, they gutted health care, cut Medicare, and Social Security slashed aid, tore down protections, and handed the country to billionaires. Destruction is not creation, no matter how loudly you scream. Then came Tulsi Gabbard, once a Democrat, now a Trump ally, and in a moment that almost sounded like rebellion, she spoke about free speech. She said, "Freedom,
And they
the
want to
right
take it
speak,
from
even
Americans.
when we disagree. Free speech is the foundation of our democratic republic.
Hit
We
that
must
like
protect it
button.
at all
Stop playing in
costs,
my face.
because without it, we will be lost."
Freedom. The right to speak even when we disagree. Freedom.
Well, girl, Donnie
I
just
may
said
not
he
agree
taking
with
that
what
away,
you say,
girl.
but I will fight to defend to the death with
Him
my
and
very
Miss
life
Pam Bondi.
your right to speak. Free speech is the foundation of our democratic republic. We must protect it at all costs because without it, we'll be lost.
Well, you already lost because
The
Donnie
words
already trying to
sounded
take that
noble,
away.
but here's the problem.
Jimmy
The greatest
Kimmel is a
threat to
prime
free
example.
speech is the man she now supports, Donald Trump. He has threatened companies, bullied media platforms, demanded censorship of voices he hates, and used the government to silence dissent. If Tulsi truly believes in free speech, she should call Trump himself, not just wave the words like a flag. But she won't, because this isn't about principles. This is about loyalty to power, and loyalty to Trump requires throwing away every principle, every truth, every shred.
Look at
of
that. You he
integrity.
tear that
And then,
mic
of
up.
course,
He would put an
came
eggplant in his
Trump
mouth and go to
himself.
town.
He stood there claiming Charlie
Grinder.
Kirk was a hero, a servant of God, a martyr. Trump never misses an opportunity to
Because, you
wrap
know, Trump's
himself in
thing
someone
is a
else's
little
death.
mushroom. That's
But
what
let's be
Stormy
clear,
Daniels said.
Trump is
Little
no servant
mushroom.
of God. He once bragged
Look
he
at
has
that
never
ugly
asked God
face.
for
Oh, my
forgiveness.
God.
He called himself the chosen one. He mocks faith while exploiting it. He pretends to defend Christianity while living as the embodiment of everything Christianity warns against. Let's talk about that. Many Christians believe the Antichrist will come as a deceiver. He will cloak himself in religion.
Trump is
exalt
the
himself,
Antichrist, in my opinion.
demand loyalty, boast of
He's
being
a clown
chosen,
that put on makeup every
disregard
morning like he a
laws,
girl.
thrive on spectacle, mislead millions, and use symbols to bind followers.
Trump should have
to
been a
him.
drag
Look at
queen, as
Trump.
much makeup he
He calls
wears.
himself chosen. He refuses forgiveness. He disregards laws and norms. He thrives on spectacle. His red MAGA hat has become a mark of loyalty worn on the head like prophecy foretold. He boasts, constantly demands worship, misleads millions. He checks every box, and yet evangelical Christians bow before him as if he were sent by heaven. It is the ultimate betrayal of their own faith. And while all of this played out, Grindr continued to flicker, crash, and fail. Reports poured in. The timing was too perfect. It became a mirror held up to the Republican Party. They condemn gay men yet can't stay off the app. They shout about family values while chasing desire in secret. They condemn
chasing
free
one that puts
speech
it in their
while
mouth
demanding
from a man.
censorship. They claim to build while they destroy. Every part of the Republican project is hollow. Charlie Kirk's death, only made this clearer. Nick Fuentes himself admitted it. Kirk's death is being exploited to push jdvance as Trump's heir. That's why Vance carried the coffin. That's why Vance rushed to host. They want to crown him as the successor. They want to milk Kirk's memory for political gain. And in doing so, they prove again this is not about faith, not about God, not about country. It is about power at any cost, even over the bodies of their own followers. And the crowd, they don't see it. They clap, they cheer, they chant. They don't notice that the very man they follow has given them nothing but division. They don't notice that the party of builders has built nothing but debt and despair. They don't notice that their supposed leaders are drowning in hypocrisy, exposed by their own actions. Here's what I see. There is nothing wrong with being gay. Nothing wrong with seeking connection. Nothing wrong with using Grindr. But there is something deeply wrong with condemning it while secretly participating. There is something deeply wrong with stripping rights from others while hiding your own desires. There is something deeply wrong with demanding morality from others while practicing corruption yourself. That is today's Republican Party, a party of hypocrisy, shadows, and lies. And Trump is at the center of it all.
Look at his mouth. Oh, he loved put something in that mouth.
He hasn't lifted anyone.
He already showed you how he worked the mic at a rally.
Cut social safety nets, weakened protections, and attacked truth
Hello,
itself.
King Allen.
He hasn't defended faith. He has exploited it. He hasn't defended freedom. He has attacked it. He hasn't made America great. He has only made it more divided, more hateful, and more dangerous. So I ask you to remember this. Remember the Grindr outage at Charlie Kirk's memorial. Remember Stephen Miller's Venom. Remember Tulsi Gabbard's
he'll tell eggplant. Oh, look at that mouth.
Arrogance. Remember the
he'll get on them knees and tell one up.
In the middle of a Republican spectacle of hate.
They hate the black man, but they want to put their mouth on the black man.
We are anonymous. I will not stop speaking. If you believe in truth, share this. If you see the hypocrisy,
be sure to subscribe to Anonymous.
Because silence is complicity.
On YouTube, Anonymous on YouTube. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Honey, honey, honey. The MAGA Republicans, some of them is married, got girlfriends, but they on that Grindr app want to put their mouth on a black man, but you hate black men. You mediocre white men are so threatened by the black man, his body, what he got in his pants, and you just so threatened by him, you want to put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Go ahead. Put it in your mouth, you little nasty people. So we're going to skip to the little we're going to look at this right quick first, and we're going to get on to the Epstein files because we got business to handle because Trump think he going to stop us from talking about Epstein files. No, Donnie boy, we're not going to stop talking about the Epstein files because I still believe there was some Brokeback Mountain stuff going on too. I do. Yeah, I do. So we're going to look at MAGA, the left and its embrace of radical transgender ideology is what is destroying America and is what unalived Charlie Kirk. So, look at Charlie Kirk standing there with what? A drag queen. Y'all got problems with drag queens, don't you? jdvance, his days of dressing as a woman. Donald Trump standing there with, what's her name? Caitlyn Jenner, who was an Olympian. Caitlyn Jenner used to be Bruce Jenner. But Donald Trump welcome to the MAGA Republican Party because Jenner had money. That's the only reason why. So y'all love to talk about y'all don't like transgender. But I can recall that Giuliano dressed as one and was flirting with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump liked it. Yes, he did. He didn't have a problem with Giuliano dressing as a woman and touching him on his face and stuff. See, Donnie, I think he likes to put something in his mouth too. Because if you recall at a rally that he did when he was running for 2024, he tried to put the whole mic in his mouth because he's nasty. He's a creep. He's a freak. So let's get on to the Epstein, because right now Donnie gonna swear up and down that the signature on this card where he drew a woman's body and put his signature in between her legs, and the body looked like a young girl, not a woman. It's on mute. Hold on.
Not my signature.
Not a signature. I've seen Donald Trump sign a million things.
The birthday note from President Trump is a fallacy.
I'm gonna take the president at his word that this is not it.
What does it have to do with
The dumb, mediocre white man. Damn.
Look like his signature to you?
Nope. I've never known Trump to be much of an artist either.
But I would love to see it matched with his handwriting.
Let other people decide whether it's real or not.
This looks real to me. This is not a hoax. There are victims, there are survivors. We need the Epstein files released right now.
We need those Epstein files there, everybody. We need them real bad. Because Donnie got to go down. I'm tired of a criminal sitting in the Oval Office telling other people they're criminals because their skin is brown and black. And he said about our young youth in Chicago that they come out the womb, that they are coming to this world being bad people and that they're going to be criminals. When we got a criminal sitting in the Oval Office speaking poorly on the young black youth, when their IQ is higher than yours, Donnie. Yeah. I would love to go against you in a debate. And I don't have the money you have. And I will whoop your ass with my intelligence. You slimy freak. You creep, Donald Trump. Remember you called Epstein a creep? No, baby. The creep is you. Grab him by the P-U-S-S-Y, you nasty MFer. So we're going to watch the FBI Director Kash Patel confirm Trump is in the Epstein files, okay? Shall I proceed? Let me know. Yes, indeed.
Gentleman from New York is recognized. Mr. Goldman.
Mr. Patel, does Donald Trump appear anywhere in the Epstein files?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
It's not a complicated question. Does Donald Trump appear anywhere in the Epstein files?
I didn't say it was a complicated question. I just didn't hear you, so my apologies.
Kash Patel is
We have
special
released,
needs. He's slow.
where President Trump's name's
In my opinion, he needs to ride the
else.
short bus.
And all credible information that we are legally allowed to release has been released.
All right, so let's go through that. You're referring to court orders that prohibit you from releasing grand jury testimony under Rule 6E. Is that what you're referring to when you say as the law allows?
That's a piece of it.
Really? What other evidence do those three court orders you cited prohibit from being released?
Information that was collected pursuant to those search warrants that were limited
Wrong.
in fashion.
Wrong.
Okay.
That's not what the court order says, and that's not under 6E.
And you're talking, and I said that's 6E, and I said there was others, and I'm answering that there are sealed
Kash
court
Patel
order
does not
documents that
know
are protected
anything.
orders.
They are unsealed as part of discovery given to Ghislaine Maxwell. They are no longer sealed.
That's just not true. We can argue about it all you want.
Hit the like
you
button,
agree
please.
that there are. So your testimony here is that the reason why you are not releasing all of the videos that you have acknowledged, there are so many, and that the FBI spent thousands of hours of reviewing, the photographs, the photographs that you have. You're saying that you're not releasing those because there's a court order requiring them to be sealed? Is that your testimony?
Never said that about the videos. On the totality of the videos, of the thousands of images that were seized pursuant to the search warrants executed at the time, the overwhelming majority of that video is pornographic material that was downloaded from the internet and child sexual abuse material. We will never release that.
Well, as you should not release the victims, but if there are videos that relate to others who Epstein trafficked to, such as maybe Prince Andrew, or photographs, that you have total control to release.
Yes, and if it
And
exists,
so why haven't you released it?
why are you supposing that that is a fact when in fact it is false? Are you saying that
You're saying that none of the videos
Hang on.
relate to anything relevant to the Jeffrey Epstein trafficking ring?
Every single video that we have collected pursuant to the prior search warrants has been examined for the last 10 years. And every single video has been utilized for whatever prosecutions were able to be legally brought.
I'm not asking about prosecutions. I'm asking about why you aren't releasing the full Epstein files, including the names of people who were involved in the sex ring that you promised to do before you became FBI director.
I just told you, I'm not going to release downloaded porn.
I'm not asking about that. Fine. I'm asking about all the other files.
What other videos? Tell me. Tell me.
That's what I'm asking.
Tell me.
You're saying there are no videos that would be
Pam,
relevant
but
to
I already
anyone else
said it was
involved in the Jeffrey
videos.
Epstein sex ring.
Pursuant to Mr. Acosta's collection of information based on the search warrants. That's all we have in our
I
possession.
understand. And I'm asking you that stuff.
That's all we got.
I'm not asking
He's
all you
lying.
got. I'm asking
He's
you in that
FBI.
stuff,
He
there's
knows.
nothing that's related to the to any other
Donald
sex
Trump
trafficking,
trained
any
his
other
people
people
well.
engaged
Tell a lie.
with Epstein in underage sex.
That's correct. To my knowledge, no.
Okay. Let's talk about the witness
The
interviews.
Republican Party are
302s of
compulsive
witness
liars.
interviews. Those are not subject to the court order. Those are not subject to any fictional sealed order for a search warrant. Why aren't you releasing those with the redacted names of the victims?
We are releasing as much as legally allowed. That's why we went back to
How
the
is that?
courts.
How is that not legally allowed?
Sir, do you know how court orders work? Do you know how protective orders work?
Actually,
Do you know how
Mr.
sealing
Patel,
orders
I was a
work?
prosecutor, a real prosecutor for 10 years.
Mr.
I know
Patel, he's
exactly how
intelligent.
it
He's
works.
smarter than you,
And I
Patel.
want to understand what the court order prevents you from releasing witness statements that the FBI took.
You should know that as a real prosecutor, when the court hand downs a protective order and a motion to seal, the material is sealed unless
So
that
your
judge
testimony
waives
here
it.
is that all of those witness statements are under a court order, a protective order.
We are providing everything we can legally provide.
No, that's not my question.
This is a
My
subpoena.
question is, why are those witness statements that are not grand jury testimony, that if they were under a protective order, are no longer under a protective order, why are they not being released?
How are they not
And
under protective?
Why are you not going to the court like you did for the grand jury testimony to unseal those
The
records?
DOJ did go to the court.
No, not on those records. Why aren't you going? You just went on grand jury.
Time of the gentleman has expired. The
You are hiding the Epstein files,
time
Mr.
of the
Patel.
gentleman has expired.
You are part of the cover-up.
It is a cover-up. That is a fact. It's a cover-up. Why is it a cover-up? Tell me in the chat, y'all. Why is it a cover-up? To protect Donald J. Trump, the fat boy. To protect the orange man. The orange man doesn't want the Epstein files out because he's all in them. He's all over them, y'all. He's all over them, America. Yo, daddy is all over the Epstein files. He's the nasty man. He ain't the candy man. He's the nasty man. He called Epstein a creep. Well, Donnie, you the biggest creep ever. You the nasty man. Like you like to call women nasty. You call the women on the View nasty. Donnie, you are a creep and you nasty. And I will say this in your face. I'm not afraid of you. Only those stupid Republicans are afraid of you. Let me tell you something about a black woman. We will stand 10 toes down, not afraid. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Why would I be afraid of a pale face? Really? I'm worse than Harriet Tubman, MF'er. One moment, please. So now we're going to watch another video, and it's about how many times does Donald Trump appear in the Epstein files. Donnie's in the Epstein files. You're not going to stop us from talking about it. You're not.
The take from the right.
How many times did President Trump's name appear in the Epstein files? Was it more than 100, more than 1,000?
It sounds like if you don't know the number, it could at least be 1,000 times.
It's not. It's not.
Is it at least 500 times?
No.
Is it at least 100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
First, he said Donnie wasn't in the Epstein files. They trapped him.
And hey, look over there. Yeah, just a normal number of times to show up in a pedophile file.
Donnie's in the Epstein files. Donnie, nasty man. How many times are you in the Epstein files? Say, boy. Donnie, how many times you in the Epstein files? Say, rat teeth, Donnie. Say, fat boy. Say, diaper Don. You're nasty. So Trump, DOJ in a panic to hide these names after Epstein paper trail. Oh, Bundy, you're going to prison too with Donnie. Yeah, just in a different cell.
The White House claims that they want transparency, but it's obvious that they're covering something up. And there are a couple of compelling things that it could be. Could be that Donald Trump himself is massively implicated in the Epstein files. I think there's very good reason to believe that if you want to believe that. But even if you don't believe that, there are any number of other powerful, well-connected donors whose names could be in there. And it's always seemed like that might be the explanation. And now that is looking far more compelling by the day, because the DOJ is now actively hiding the names of two of Epstein's accomplices that he apparently wired massive amounts of money to. $100,000 and $250,000. And the DOJ is like, we do not want those names to come out. So where's this coming from? NBC News wants to unseal those names because NBC News actually wants transparency here. Trump administration could have given you those names. They're choosing not to. And now they're dispatching the DOJ to stop it. So why is it that those massive sums of money were wired in 2018? And the DOJ is like, nope, we got privacy concerns, okay? They're not the victims, by the way. There's no reason to believe that.
They don't care about the victims.
It looks like it's just associates of his.
They care about protecting the fat boy, Donnie.
And so let's talk about the timing of this. The first associate received $100,000 from Epstein. Second associate, $250,000, both in 2018. Days after the Miami Herald began publishing a series of investigative stories where victims criticized a plea deal he received in Florida in 2008. And so I don't know. I don't know if that's people in media, people in politics. That could be people who theoretically could investigate this at some point. Is it potential sources of information? People who worked for him, people who worked with Ghislaine Maxwell. There's a lot of compelling potential explanations as to why these transfers
hit the like button, please. Get me to 100 likes.
Since we're getting no
hit
other
that like button.
This looks like a great, first step to find out some of what was going on when the heat was actually on Epstein. And here comes the DOJ once again to try to stop you from finding out anything about this. And so it's just the cover up. It never stops. The idea that these people, JR, want transparency. There is nothing more opaque than their approach to this story. What do you think?
I just want us to openly understand we've gone so far this direction of protecting child sex traffickers and the pedophiles that engaged in this stuff. We have the department, the Justice Department.
They don't give a what about the victims.
Openly and actively, and no kind of cover up towards this. There's full transparency that they're actively covering this up. We can see it. They're saying, no, if you ask about this, we're not going to release. We're not going to show. We're not going to investigate it privately, because they probably already did. And they know who these folks are, and they don't want anyone else to know who these folks are.
They're white, mediocre men.
That doesn't spark any kind of uprising.
From the MAGA Republican Party.
Why don't we fully believe them when they say they don't care about this country? They don't care about the citizens of this country. They don't care about children. They don't care about child sex traffickers. So the next time that Tom Homan with marbles in his mouth tells you that they're going into cities and they're taking child sex traffickers off the streets, yet they're protecting.
He better start with the MAGA Republican Party.
Right here, they've taken one of the most notorious child sex traffickers and put her into some minimum security spa camp. Anytime you've seen this reality that's indisputable, and then they tell you that they're going after child sex traffickers, what part of consciousness makes you think
they busy going after children?
And if you can't trust them on that, why should you trust them on
They're busy going after innocent brown people that's working.
Why should you trust them on saying that these tariffs are the best thing ever and the golden age is coming? There's nothing about their beings that has anything to do with reality, that has anything to do with any kind of credibility or honesty in our country. Why listen to anything that they're saying? Why?
Yeah, we're gonna end. I just want to mention between the first statement and the backtracking that like chucklehead loser Benny Johnson put out this whole thing about how this is a game changer. Trump's an FBI informant or whatever. Like, oh, he's a warrior. Oh my
MAGA
God,
is dumb.
these people. I understand, you know, they're still high off of the Russian money they were given or whatever. But like claiming to believe this and hoping that their base doesn't realize that they're active, like complicit agents in this cover-up. It's so ridiculous.
So ridiculous. But what do we expect from people that rode the short bus? They're not like they are people who won the spelling bees. No, No. They rode the short bus. MAGA. They're fat. They have rotten teeth. They don't bathe. They let their dogs lick in their face. And then they go to the grocery store and I got to smell you. You're funky. I'm tired of smelling you. Smell like dog. Trump can't run from the Epstein files. That's what's up next.
Donald, you love to fire people. Ann Bondi said she'd release the Epstein files. So did Kash Patel. So did Dan Bongino. But where are the Epstein files? Why don't you fire them, Donald? Is it that they know too much? Are you afraid they'll talk? Is that why Jeffrey Epstein's child sex trafficker girlfriend was moved to a club fed with yoga classes? Who's trying to keep her quiet, Donald? Ask anybody. Ask the King of England. Everybody wants the Epstein files released. Except you, Donald. Now, why is that?
Mr. Nasty Man, Donald Trump.
Any one of the three of them get fired and talk, bad mojo. I think he should be more worried about the 1,000 FBI agents that he had reviewing the files, but that's just me. But if any one of the three, if Bongo or Pam or Cash says, screw it, I'm done, bad outcome for Donald. Very, very bad.
Donald, you love to fire people.
Donnie is treating America like it's The Apprentice. See, this is the thing what MAGA failed to realize, and Donnie, that wants to be a king, but look like a fat slob. You work for the American people, Donald Trump. We don't work for you. This is America. This is not Russia, you fat fool. So, a major screw-up, Kash Patel may have lied under oath and worsened Trump's Epstein situation.
FBI Director Kash Patel appeared before a Senate committee this week, and holy hell, it could not have gone worse for him.
Hit that like button,
shouting
please.
Matches with Republican senators, shouting matches with Democratic senators, everybody just leveling this little freak. And it was beautiful to behold, and I don't use that word lightly, not like Donald Trump, who uses it every other word, beautiful, beautiful. But this
his vocabulary isn't long. He's slow.
And there was one moment
Donald Trump is low IQ.
where Kash Patel may have actually committed a very serious crime. And that crime is perjury, lying under oath. And that's not according to me. That's according to, the speculation online, because it absolutely does seem like Kash Patel was caught lying under oath. Now, before I continue, please understand, everybody, nothing's going to happen to him at all. This would have to be prosecuted by the Department of Justice, run by Pam Bondi. Patel, head of the FBI, is
but
part
soon
of the
as
DOJ.
we win in 2026, we're going to take care of them.
Like, he could tell people, I'm going to lie to you right now under oath, and he would not be prosecuted. So I don't want to get anybody's hopes up that, oh boy, we got, it doesn't matter. But it sure seems like he did lie. And he wasn't lying about, the shooter or what we know about that person or what happened last week or any of that. No. He lied when he was asked by Republican Senator John Crackhead Kennedy about the Epstein files. Here's how that went down. Kennedy asked him, who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself? And Patel, without hesitating, said, himself. There is no credible information, none. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals, and the information we have, again, is limited.
So I guess the victims are lying, huh? No.
So the answer is no one.
Patel is lying.
And Patel then says, for the information.
Pam Bondi is lying. Donald Trump is lying. Trump lies anyway, every day, all day.
I have not reviewed the entirety of the Epstein files myself, but a good amount. Oh, boy. So now you got two potential lies there. First and foremost, who was Epstein bringing all these women over for? Like himself, just him. Nobody else, nobody was there. It was just Epstein and, dozens of young girls. And boy, that guy had an appetite, right? Now, this flies in the face of reality. It flies in the face of publicly available information. And, of course, it completely contradicts what we have heard from the victims themselves. The victims themselves have made it very clear that they were forced to do these deeds with all kinds of different men. They were not there just for Jeffrey Epstein. And Kash Patel's like, nope, just Epstein, just one guy.
Okay, we're going to cut it short right there with that video. We all know that Kash Patel is lying. And when you see one of them eyes going in one direction, the other one going straight, he's lying. Because for some reason his eye just cannot stay focused. One moment.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy?
And we're going to keep talking about
the return of Rachel Maddow to Mission Beach. And she came armed with her trademark firepower.
Hit the like button, please.
Deconstruct Donald Trump with the clarity, precision, and relentless impact that Maddow delivers. And no one is more aware of that than Trump himself.
Maddow, what does she have? She's got nothing.
She clearly hit a
She has a brain and Dunny doesn't have a
explosive
brain.
Revelation, drawn from Ghislaine Maxwell's recent interview with Trump's personal lawyer, may have sent his cabinet into overdrive, scrambling to shield a president already mired in predatory scandals.
People are wondering why you're here tonight, and I'll tell you very simply why you're here, because you are the ones that I never had to call at 4 o'clock in the morning. You are the ones that have been my friend. You know what I'm talking about. And Scott Bessent is here, who's done a fantastic job, and he's one of the people, one of the writers of it, gave plenty of good ideas, and I think Howard is here someplace. Where's Howard Ludnick? Howard, thank you very much. I call them the Bobbsey twins. They're the most different human beings I've ever met. When we were landing, I called our great General King.
I can only listen to him so long. I'm sorry. I can't listen to him. I can't listen to Dookie Shoe. I just can't do it. Matt Cankles, I can't. The one at McDonald's, I can't. I can only take his voice so long. So we're going to move along to something coming from MSNBC. And how dare he? Dem Republican blasts Epstein sweetheart deal creator. Hold on.
Reaction today to the looming September 30th government shutdown deadline.
Hit that like button, please.
Washington Friday after the Senate rejected a clean stopgap funding measure that passed the House and would keep the government open through November 21st. Democratic leaders Saturday requested a meeting with President Trump
Hakeem has to go.
To keep the government open past the funding deadline.
Hakeem must go.
The American people are on our side, Dana. By almost 2-1, they believe if there's a shutdown, it's going to be caused by Trump, because they know how much they want relief in the health issue, and they know he's not negotiating. So it's up to them, and I hope and pray that Trump will sit down with us and negotiate a bipartisan bill.
And I think it's disruptive to close the government down. The Republican plan would add $2 trillion to the deficit. The Democrat plan was going to add $3 trillion to the deficit. So this is my point. Both parties are terrible at addressing our deficit.
Joining me now is Florida Congresswoman and former DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz. It's good to see you, my friend. So, Congresswoman, we have Democrats who've accused Republicans of not negotiating their proposals for health insurance subsidies and reversing Medicaid cuts. And Republicans are betting on at least a handful of Democrats to vote with them just to avoid a shutdown. House members are in a home district work period until September 28th. So, the question, what happens next with this deadline looming?
Alex, this is mind-blowing. The president and the Republican congressional leadership refuse to just sit down with Democratic leaders and negotiate, making sure that we can cancel the cuts, that we can lower costs, and that we can work together to save Americans' health care coverage. That is what is at stake here. I have been on the Appropriations Committee for nearly my entire congressional career. I have not seen an instance in which a president isn't even willing in 11 or 10 or 11 days from the end of the fiscal year to sit down and discuss and negotiate how to bring us together and avoid a crisis that would be in fully the Republicans' lap.
Well, let's see if that changes anytime soon. We can hope, because a government shutdown, nobody wants that. Let's pivot to what's happening ahead of this week's UN General Assembly meeting. You have Britain, Canada, and Australia, who've all today confirmed.
I'm going to speed that to the Epstein file stuff, because we can't listen to all this.
And we need to make sure that Israel has security guarantees.
Hold on, y'all.
To help bring that result about.
Let's
One moment.
On Friday with the House Oversight Committee interviewing former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida, Alex Acosta, questioning him about his role in that 2008 plea deal shielding Jeffrey
Hit
Epstein
the like button,
from charges
please.
and sending him to prison for only 13 months. You joined Republican Congressman Tim Burchett announcing a bill closing all the legal loopholes to better protect sexual abuse survivors. Explain what this Courtney Wild Reinforcing Crimes Victims Rights Act hopes to achieve, and do you expect bipartisan support for it?
I do, and I'm thankful to Congressman Burchett for joining me and reintroducing this bill that would ensure that we could never again have a situation like what Alex Acosta refused to say was the wrong move on Friday did. Not ensuring that the Crime Victims' Rights Act, that the victims of human and sexual trafficking of Jeffrey Epstein didn't get their day in court and have the ability to know about the plea deal, nor protest
The white man is going to cover for the other mediocre white men.
Down all those loopholes, as you said, and would ensure that that kind of sweetheart deal without crime victims knowing could never happen again. And Alex Acosta had the nerve, the cojones, on Friday to say, to victim shame the survivors again by suggesting that they weren't going to be credible witnesses.
That's why he
How
ugly.
dare he suggest that hundreds and hundreds of young women, many of whom were teenagers at the time, who were raped,
Trump's entire
brutally
cabinet
assaulted,
are ugly,
put into
inside and out.
sexual slavery, that they wouldn't have been credible witnesses. I've heard these women's stories. So many of us have on both sides of the aisle. Alex Acosta should be ashamed of himself. He should be shunned.
Alex Acosta should be locked up. Donald Trump should be locked up. He should have never made it back into the Oval Office. He's a man that has 34 felonies. It's an embarrassment. But you can never say the black man had 34 felonies when he was president. No. But white people, y'all settle for somebody like Donald Trump because y'all don't have real greatness, while black people have real greatness, and black women are the most educated in this country. And you settle for the likes of Donald Trump. He has the brains of a bag of rocks. He already told you that smart people don't like him, and we don't. I paid for my education. I'm not a DEI. I don't work for anybody. So talk your smack in my chat, Magga. You ain't hurting me. You hurting yourself waiting on your welfare check and your food stamps. You hillbilly. So Epstein shocker ruins Trump's night. And I'm glad it does. His entire life should be ruined.
Welcome back in, Occupy Democrats. And try as he might, Donald Trump just cannot get himself away from the Jeffrey Epstein situation and the release of the files.
Good.
And I'm going to show that breaking story to you in just a few seconds, because as much as he points the finger at everyone and or just calls it another Democratic hoax, and no matter what happens around Trump, no matter what he says, no matter what he does, it simply isn't going away, because when he points a finger, there's three pointing back. One of them is Jeffrey Epstein, one of them's himself, and one of them in this breaking story is, of course, Prince Andrew, kind of a visible person on the planet. Because if you recall, it's Prince Andrew and whoopsie poop, also the young lass he married at one time. Remember this?
Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson are a royal pairing that wasn't meant to last.
But yes, things quickly
Fergie got
weird.
away from him.
With reports that they spent only 40 days together during their first 5 years of marriage, it's a wonder they made it as long as they did.
She found out he was a
Prince
twisted freak
Andrew
and she
and
got
Sarah
away.
Ferguson have been making headline news on and off over the last few decades. The couple married in 1986, officially split up in 1992,
And then it went bye-bye.
and officially divorced in 1996. Prince Andrew and Ferguson are frequently mentioned together in the press. According to Hello, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson have known each other since they were children. According to Harper's Bazaar, the couple only spent a minuscule 40 days together each year for the first 5 years of their marriage. Ferguson even admitted in the 2018 interview with Harper's Bazaar, "I spent my entire first pregnancy alone. When Beatrice was born, Andrew got 10 days of shore leave. And when he left and I cried, they all said, 'Grow up and get a grip.'" Then, months later in August, some scandalous photos of Sarah Ferguson were published in the Daily Mirror with her American financial advisor, John Bryan. But as she told Harper's Bazaar, it isn't considered, quote, right for a princess of the royal house to be commercial.
But Fergie's going to stand on her own, yes.
Since she wanted to work, she and Prince Andrew decided to officially and formally divorce. "I didn't want a divorce, but had to because of circumstance."
I'm going to work because I am woman. Hear me roar.
Noting that she only requested the Queen's friendship in their divorce, she added, "I left my marriage knowing I'd have to work." While spending a long time apart from Andrew during their marriage certainly contributed to their eventual divorce, Fergie expressed that there were other issues.
And as we would have it in the royal family and many places across this country, stand by your man. Maybe that wasn't the best choice.
Not for her. I don't blame
Ferguson
her.
stands by Prince Andrew 100% even today, after his reported association with Jeffrey Epstein and the accusations of sexual abuse against him came to light.
And then, of course,
He was said to have abused Charlotte.
Relationship, but denies anything else. This.
Do you regret the whole friendship with Epstein?
No, still not. So in this breaking story, what is now bringing the Epstein files right back, rack focus, into front and center, all the way across from the pond? Well, it seems there's been a little exposure on the part of Miss Fergie and Prince Andrew because of her deep and long association with Mr. Epstein. Check out this story.
The Duchess of York has been removed as a patron of a children's hospice following her email correspondence with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The charity Julia's House says it would be inappropriate for the Duchess to continue as patron of the charity.
Oh, there's more.
Prince Andrew's ex-wife fired over ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Prince Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, was fired Monday from her role with a children's hospice over emails revealing she called the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein her supreme friend, according to reports. 7 weeks ago, she had denounced Epstein as a pedophile, the Daily Beast reported. The organization, Julia's House, released a statement. Following the information shared this weekend on the Duchess of York's correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein, Julia's House has taken the decision that it would be inappropriate for her to continue as a patron of the charity. We have advised the Duchess of York of this decision and thank her for her past support. In the emails, she said she had denounced him in order to protect her work as the figurehead of children's charities and claimed her children's publishing empire could be at risk. Prince Andrew was stripped of his military titles and royal patronages in January 2022 over his links to Epstein. A victim of Epstein's, Virginia Giuffre, sued the royal, claiming he took part in victimizing her. The lawsuit was settled and Prince Andrew has denied the allegations.
And a bit more.
Statement, they said, following the information shared this weekend of the Duchess of York's correspondent with Jeffrey Epstein, Julia's House has taken the decision that it would be inappropriate for her to continue as a patron of the charity.
Just remind people watching, how close was details her relationship with Epstein and tell me more also about the email exchanges.
Well, the email
I don't mean no harm, but those people over in England, they look like inbreeds. They look like they inbreed in the family instead of going out and getting somewhere else. They all look related and look deformed like Donald Trump's boys. Donald Trump's children, and even his mother and father, Donnie's mother and father looked inbreed. That's quite often amongst that race. Inbreed was something normal. The Rothschilds, oh my God, oh, a sight to see. So we're going to see a little something about the Rothschilds right quick, okay? Yeah, I got something about them. They look like inbreeds, yes. One moment. The Rothschilds funded Christian Zionists. Hold on.
Rothschilds rewrote the Bible to force-feed Zionism to Christians. In 1909, the Oxford University Press published Schofield's reference Bible despite him having little academic training. Who was Oxford's biggest Zionist donor? The Rothschilds. This edited Bible teaches that the Jews are the chosen people to reclaim the land of Israel despite the costs. This was psychological warfare to brainwash Christians, and it indoctrinated past generations to believe a lie. Follow for more uncensored truth. The Rothschilds rewrote the Bible to force-feed Zionism to Christians. In 1909...
The very first Bible. Where was that written, y'all? The very first Bible. The very first people that ever walked the earth were the Africans. We was here before anybody. The very first Bible was made and written in Africa. Then the white man found out about it, and he wanted to make his own version of a Bible. He changed the Bible to fit the white man's ways. And then he made it where he can enslave black people, Africans, and wrote the Bible to manipulate the black race. So, the Bible is great to read about our Lord and Savior, but so much has been manipulated in it. So if you can get the original Bible, you are good. So I'm going to leave y'all with this thought. We're going to be getting up out of here because I want to say I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you coming to me tonight when I already went live this afternoon. Thank you for coming back and supporting me. Without you, I would not have a YouTube channel. Our channel is a family. I love you guys. And even the ones that don't love me, I love you anyway. Not that I care for you, not that I like you, but I want to go to heaven. I don't want to be like Donald Trump, standing in front of the entire world at Charlie Kirk's memorial saying that he hates his opponents. Well, if I look like Donald Trump, I probably would be miserable and hating everybody too. But I ain't got to hate because I'm so beautiful, naturally beautiful, from head to toe. I don't age like spoiled milk. As a black woman, I age gracefully. No Botox, no fillers, and absolutely no surgeries. And my neck is not wrinkled. I put Vaseline on it every day and aloe vera. I put aloe vera on in the morning, and then I put Vaseline on at night. And I drink plenty of water. See, you stay away from that alcohol, you hillbillies, you will have skin like mine too. No filter, just God's baby. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I will see you tomorrow, okay? See you tomorrow evening. God bless. Get some rest. Bye. I love you.